So, in this context, we can say that leadership now can be managed without any map, without any hierarchy. Yes, initially, whenever there was the ownership driven leadership concept was there, the organization was run by a complete set of structure, hierarchy, and a map. Later on, the hierarchy and map was there, and obviously there was a possibility of a little bit of change in the hierarchy and map. Earlier, which was absolutely strict and stringent, there is no possibility at all of any changes. But yes, in the middle 1960, 1970, in that era, the hierarchy was a little bit flexible. But now, I would say, though the organization or most of the country also, they try to create certain maps on certain hierarchy structure, but that is absolutely disruptive and flexible in nature. At any point of time, this can change. Anyone can emerge as a leader, anyone can make some nice changes, and the complete hierarchy can be changed, a complete mapping can be changed. Even if you really want to be a leader, you do not need to be a part of a map, you do not need to be part of the hierarchy. Within few months, within few years, if you have the quality, if you know how to create a leadership oriented leadership behavior, if you know how to convince your community, how to win their confidence, you can do it. So leadership has no title now. Leadership is required no kind of designation. A person who is coming from a very humble background, maybe the most backward caste of the country, can become a leader. Or someone who is maybe has no educational background, has no kind of great background in the industry, can become a leader in the organization just for the virtue of their skill set. So therefore, leadership requires no map. The map is there for the functional activity of the organization and country, but not for selecting the leadership. The hierarchy is there to run the function of the organization, to run the operation of the organization or the country, but not to select the leadership team. Yes, every organization will have a leadership development program, pipeline, and a structure in place. But we have seen, we have observed a lot of time, all these pipelines, all these structures doesn't make any difference. Ultimately, a person who can come down just from the outside or from the very bottom and can become a leader, and that has happened multiple times. If you see world politics, if you study the history of industrialization, the history of different company and their structure, their directorship, that has happened multiple times. Otherwise, someone who is coming from one of the backward community, maybe their parents were just trying to struggle a lot to get their day-to-day wages, they cannot become the leader of a country, they cannot become the supreme power of a country. That has happened multiple times in the history. You can get multiple examples. I'm not going to go to the history because that is definitely not my area where I should talk about, but this has happened multiple times. So we can understand leadership has no title. People require no kind of designation to be a leader. You will see a multiple examples like Martin Luther King, like Mahatma Gandhi, like Nelson Mandela, who doesn't have any kind of designation in the politics, who doesn't have any kind of title as a leader, but ultimately because of their thought process, because of their power of leadership, they become a leader by the followers. The followers started to consider them as a leader, though they do not have any kind of authority in the country or in the politics, but still they become a leader automatically by the virtue of their skills. Yes, I am not talking about at that level. Definitely, it's a much bigger canvas. But whenever you talk about an organization, whenever you are talking about a smaller community, obviously there also this thing is applicable. Because of their activity, you become a leader. Because of your thought process, you become a leader. Because of your dedication, you become a leader. You do not become a leader because of your background, because of your family, because of your money, or because of your kind of influence or power you exercise. You can win the maybe the fear of people. People can afraid of you, people can avoid you, people will not say anything in front of you because you are rich, because you are powerful, because you have a great family background. But if you really want to win the popularity, the confidence, and the respect of individual, you cannot win that with all this different types of attributes. You must do it by your activity, by your thought process, by your commitment. If people see you are committed towards their growth, if people see you are committed or dedicated towards the change, and if you see you are committed towards their different types of aspiration, automatically they will start to follow you. And that's applicable to anyone. I heard a quote few days back where someone is saying that whenever I am helping someone to reach to the top of the mountain, I realize after reaching there that I also have reached to the top. So if you are helping someone, it doesn't mean the person is reaching. You are also reaching along with the person. And whoever is doing it, he is actually showing the leadership. Who is taking the help, that's always required. People will take help. But on the other hand, helping another person is actually a true leadership quality. Or contributing towards the growth and success of another person is a true leadership. There are two things, king and king making. Nowadays leadership is more about king making, not to become the king. King is no more there. We are not in a monarchy situation. We are not even in an organization where a very strict hierarchy structure where CEO and the director is the last word. No, there is a very democratic process. You have a policy, process, different types of structure in the organization. So you cannot take all the decision on your own. You need the confidence of your followers, whoever is reporting to you, whoever is being managed by you, and the confidence of the individuals, of all the employees and associates. If they are not confident about you, definitely you are not going to win the game. And that's why right now it's not important that you have a map or you have a kind of hierarchy structure. It's more important that you have a thought process, you have the skill, and you have the commitment. And that's how the entire journey of leadership, towards objective or towards a result will start. We will try to understand with some more attributes, with some more skill sets required for this. Thank you.